4 of the 5 drinks on this list are marketed as healthy. And number 2 is probably sitting in the fridge of almost everyone you know who is trying to lose weight right now. You reach for it because it feels like a good choice. It feels responsible. It has a green label, or a picture of fruit, or the word detox printed on the side. And then 20 minutes later you are standing in front of the pantry, hungry again, wondering why your willpower keeps failing you. Here is the thing nobody tells you. It might not be your willpower at all. Some of the drinks you trust the most are quietly working against you. They walk in dressed like a friend, and they leave you hungrier than before you drank them. Let's count through 5 of them. And save number 1, because that one surprises almost everybody. Before we start, one quick promise. I am not here to scare you off every drink on earth, or tell you water is the only acceptable liquid. That kind of advice is useless and no fun. What I want is for you to understand the trick each of these drinks is playing, so you can spot it, so you can choose with your eyes open instead of your eyes closed. Because the frustrating part of losing weight is not usually the big, obvious junk. Most people already know the milkshake is a milkshake. The stuff that trips you up is the stuff wearing a health halo. The drink you feel proud of. That is the one worth understanding. Think about how many times a day you decide what to drink without really deciding at all. The morning cup on autopilot. The bottle you grab because it was closest. The afternoon pick-me-up you buy without a second thought. Those little unthinking moments add up, and they shape your hunger for the whole rest of the day. So this is not a small thing. This is one of the quiet levers behind why you feel starving at 3 in the afternoon when you swore you ate enough at lunch. Once you see how these drinks work, that whole afternoon can change. Number 5. The store-bought smoothie. Not the one you blend at home with a handful of spinach and some frozen berries. I mean the ones in the tall plastic cups, the ones from the counter, the bottled kind lined up in the cold case. On paper it sounds perfect. Fruit, maybe some yogurt, maybe a scoop of something with a healthy-sounding name. But here is what tends to happen. A lot of those smoothies are mostly fruit juice, sweet purees, sorbet, and added sweeteners, with very little to slow any of it down. The fruit that would normally come with fiber and skin and pulp has been blended and strained into something soft and fast. So you drink 300, 400, sometimes 500 calories worth of sugar in about 90 seconds, and your body barely registers it as food. Picture it. You grab one on the way out the door, feeling great about the choice, sipping it at your desk by 9. By 11 the cup is long gone. The good feeling is gone too, and your stomach is growling like you skipped breakfast entirely. That is the tell. There is not much protein. There is not much fat. There is not much real fiber left. So your blood sugar can climb quickly, and then it can drop just as quickly, and that drop is often what your brain reads as hunger. You did not eat a meal. You drank a dessert that was pretending to be one. What to reach for instead? If you love smoothies, and you should, make one that has to work harder in your stomach. Blend whole fruit. Add a real protein source. Throw in something with fat like a spoon of nut butter or some seeds, and keep some of that fiber intact. A smoothie you chew a little, that fills you up, is a completely different animal from one you sip through a straw and forget about. Number 4. Sweetened coffee drinks. The big iced ones. The blended ones with a dome lid and a mountain of foam. The just a little flavor latte that somehow has 6 pumps of syrup in it. I love coffee. This is not an attack on coffee. Coffee itself is basically a free drink, calorie-wise, and plenty of people enjoy it every single day with 0 issues. The problem is what we do to it. When a coffee drink turns into a cup of warm sugar with a splash of espresso, you get that same fast spike and dip we talked about. And there is a second, sneakier problem. These drinks are easy to drink on top of everything else. Think about the drive-thru on the morning commute. You order the big one, you set it in the cup holder, and you sip it at every red light without ever thinking of it as food. You do not sit down and treat it like a snack. You drink it half aware, eyes on the road, and all that liquid sugar slides in under the radar. your body does not feel fuller. If anything, once the spike fades, you feel a little emptier and a little more tired, which is exactly when the vending machine down the hall starts to look interesting. What to reach for instead? You do not have to give up your ritual. Order it smaller. Cut the syrup down. Ask for half the sweetness. Lean on cinnamon or a splash of milk for flavor instead of pump after pump. Your taste buds adjust faster than you think. Give it 2 weeks and the old version tastes almost painfully sweet. Number 3. Most detox and slimming teas. Now I am choosing my words carefully here because I am not going to make any claims about what these do or do not do inside your body. I will just tell you the practical, everyday problem with leaning on them. A lot of people drink one of these teas expecting it to do the heavy lifting, and they treat it like permission. The tea becomes the plan. Picture the gym bag with the little sachet tucked in the side pocket, the one you steep after a workout because the label promised something. You sip it, you feel like you did the responsible thing, and a warm drink, however nice, is not a meal and does not keep you full for long. So an hour later, real hunger shows up because you never actually gave your body anything substantial to hold on to. The drink made a promise your stomach could not keep. On top of that, some of these are quite bitter, and there is a common instinct to sweeten them. And now we are right back where we started. What to reach for instead? Plain tea is genuinely lovely, and I am all for it. Green tea, herbal tea, a hot mug of something in the afternoon can be a really good way to ride out a craving. Just let it be a warm, comforting drink and nothing more. Do not ask it to be your lunch. Pair it with actual food that fills you, and let the tea be the pleasant part, not the whole strategy. Number 2. Here it is. Fruit juice. The one in almost every fridge. Orange juice, apple juice, the not from concentrate premium stuff. The cold-pressed bottle that costs more than lunch. This one fools smart people constantly because it comes from fruit, and fruit is good for you. So juice must be good for you too, right? Not quite. When you eat a whole orange, you get the fruit and all its fiber and pulp, and you have to chew, and it takes up room, and it fills you up. It takes real effort to eat 3 oranges, but it takes about 10 seconds to drink the juice of 3 oranges, and the fiber that would have slowed everything down and told your brain you had eaten is mostly gone. Think of the breakfast table. 2 eggs, a piece of toast, and a tall glass of orange juice poured right up to the rim, because that is just what you do at breakfast. Nobody counts that glass. It feels like part of a wholesome morning, but it is a fast hit of natural sugar with almost nothing to put the brakes on it. Up goes your blood sugar, and then comes the dip, and that dip can leave you reaching for a snack before the glass is even in the sink. And because it feels healthy, you rarely count it. You would notice a candy bar. You do not notice the juice. What to reach for instead? Eat the fruit. Genuinely. Eat the orange. Eat the apple, and let all that fiber and volume do its job. If you want your water to taste like something, drop a few slices of fruit or a squeeze of citrus into it. You get the flavor and the freshness without the fast sugar rush, and you stay full a whole lot longer. And number 1, the one that surprises people the most. 0 calorie and diet sodas. Yes, the ones with no sugar and no calories, the ones you switched to precisely because you were trying to be good. Stay with me, because this is not about calories at all. The trouble is more subtle and more human than a number on a label. When something tastes intensely sweet, your brain gets ready for a wave of energy to arrive. When that energy does not show up, some people find the craving for sweetness does not switch off. It gets louder. You kept the sweet taste alive. You kept training your palate to expect sugar, and so the next sweet thing calls to you a little harder. And there is the psychology. Picture the fridge stocked with the silver cans, the ones you feel smart about buying. That famous, "I was so good, I had a diet soda, so now I can have the cookie bargain." The 0 calorie drink becomes a permission slip. On paper you save calories. In real life you talked yourself into eating more. It is a quiet loop, and a lot of people are stuck inside it without ever noticing. What to reach for instead? This is the moment to gently retrain your taste for sweet instead of feeding it. Sparkling water with a squeeze of lime or a few frozen berries dropped in. Cold water with cucumber and mint. Plain water when you are actually thirsty, because sometimes what feels like a craving is really just thirst wearing a costume. The less you chase that intense sweetness, the quieter the cravings tend to get, and that is the whole game. So look at the pattern running underneath all 5. It is almost never about the drink being evil. It is about fast sugar with nothing to slow it down, or sweetness with no substance behind it, and a body that ends up hungrier than when you started. The bottled smoothie, the drive-through coffee, the gym bag tea, the breakfast juice, the diet soda in the fridge. Different labels, same trick. Each one walks in looking like help, and each one leaves your body reaching for more a little too soon. The fix is not deprivation. The fix is giving yourself things that actually hold you, that keep you full and steady instead of spiking and crashing you into the next craving. And that is honestly where a good filling smoothie earns its place. The kind built to keep you satisfied for hours instead of leaving you rummaging through the cupboards. If you want that part done for you, there is a free smoothie meal plan linked down in the description. No pressure at all. It is just there if it would make your week easier. Here is what I really want you to walk away with. If you have been drinking the right things and still feeling hungry, tired, and a little defeated, you were never lazy and you were never broken. You were handed drinks that looked like help and quietly did the opposite. That is not a character flaw. That is a setup, and now you can see it coming. Once you can see the trick, you get to choose. That changes everything.